Based on today's news, the fast progress toward dollarization seems to have stopped for now. In the last few days, the Brics nations, which are the biggest threats to the dollar, made an announcement at their annual summit that seems to have hurt them more than helped. This has to do with Brics Pay, or more specifically, what Brics Pay is missing. This is now the threat to the dollar. Not as strong as it used to be, which is a huge shame because the Brics and their connections and influence are growing every day, which is good for Ripple and XRP. The Prime Ministers of India and Spain just said they will sign a joint declaration and ambitions agreement to improve their business and diplomatic ties. This is very important news, and Ripple has already teamed up with XTOP to change the way digital currency is used in India. Russia is also said to be in talks with other Brics members about setting up an international precious metal exchange, which is also a very good sign. During the most recent Brics summer, 13 new partner countries were added to the alliance. These countries are not yet full members, but they are still joining, which is great. And right now, 159 countries around the world are ready to use the new Brics ways to pay. This video from Professor St. Onge, on the other hand, says that the Brics' choice to switch from a gold-backed payment system to a basket of currencies could bring them down. Pay close attention. There was a lot of talk about how Brics would finally kill the US dollar, but all they could come up with was a silly little currency basket that will fail. Brics is interesting because it's bringing together more and more of the countries that make things. So making things in China and getting natural resources in Russia, Saudi Arabia, and Dubai. Because the US and Europe are deindustrializing and banning fossil fuels to please environmentalists, this could mean that we owe our future to countries that don't like us. It looks like Brics is making steady progress on the fast payments, which would protect them from sanctions from the West. On the big one, though, they really dropped the ball when it came to currency. Russia has been talking about a gold-backed brick for years, which would really compete with the dollar because gold doesn't lose its value like paper does. They messed up with a dull old currency basket that will fail if they are stupid enough to try it. So a Brics currency basket means that you put all of their bad currencies, like the ruble, the yuan, and the rupee, into a basket and then take the mean. That's a bad idea. Most of the Brics countries have bad economies, so Brazil has a long history of hyperinflation and Russia and Iran are close. There is not a chance in hell that a basket of bad loans will replace the dollar, at least not for trade between Brics countries like China and Russia. I agree, to be honest. It's not clear to me why the Brics decided to get rid of the gold pack system. We can see that central banks have gold right now. It has just gone over the euro for the first time ever, and it's going up every day. It's now at 17.6%, which is also a first in history. Why would they throw away the gold? I don't get it. Putin seems to think that the Brics infrastructure is good enough right now to make payments across borders. We've seen Russian bank documents that talk about this infrastructure and how it uses Ripple's technology. Is there a link? Could Putin be saying that XRP and Ripple are good enough for sending money across borders? Time will tell. I've shown more proof of the link between XRP and the Brics alliance in the past, and I'll show more in this video as well. But this is the main reason I think that the Brics and the 159 countries ready to join them need XRP to save them. If not a gold-backed system, then a bridge to connect all of the currencies from all the participating countries. Right now, XRP looks like it could be the key to the growth of the Brics. We can see from Fame 21 more that Cryptodarum's paid document called DCMS, the centralized cross-border messaging system, suggests that their cross-border part uses EVM. Also, I swear that Ripple is working on an EVM sidechain. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I think that XRP will be used to connect this huge alliance to the rest of the world and even to the new payment system. Even better. In this video from CNBC, we can see proof that the Brics have been very bullish on some crypto right now. They're also making a big contribution to the current Bitcoin rally, which Vanek confirmed in this interview. This is 1 foot optimistic about the coming generational wealth and run. 455 that we can do in the next 12 to 18 months. So I just made a Discord group that anyone can join for free. Right now, 430 of us are working to become financially free by sharing our knowledge on how to get rich in this bull cycle. If you want to join, click the link in the description below. In this interview with CNBC, Matthew C. Gell, head of digital assets research at 'Thankx, says that we are seeing a very bullish setup for Bitcoin going into the election, which is in just 7 to 8 days, and that the rigs are contributing to this. This means that we can expect higher highs and a new autumn high very soon. Listen very carefully. A negative correlation with the US dollar and a positive correlation with money supply growth, or M2, are the two most important long-term links for Bitcoin. In this case, it's clear that the Fed's change has sped up money growth again. That could be a part of the story. Also, some sellers are worn out. The US and German governments have sold $2 billion worth of Bitcoin in the past few months just to be mean. There is less of that now, and I think the election is helping. We think this is a great time for Bitcoin to go up before the election. We saw the same pattern in 2020, when Bitcoin was behind and didn't change much. As soon as a winner was named, there was a high vol rally because new buyers came into the market. The great thing about Bitcoin is that new buyers sign up every day. That's kind of like the video game business. Old people who don't like it die off. It works for the new people. What we think is that as soon as the election results are known, Moody's will lower the rating of US government debt, which could help Bitcoin. It is not a US asset. It's an asset for emerging markets. The Brics group held a meeting in Russia last week while everyone was freaking out about the electoral process. This year, Brics has added 6 new teams. There is now more money in Brics than in G7 put together. Out of the 6 new members, in 3 of them, Abu Dhabi, Ethiopia, and Argentina government resources are now being used to mine Bitcoin. Without going through the U.S.'s reckless fiscal policy, countries around the world need to find a way to get around it right away. In fact, Russia announced a plan to do something there. Sovereign Wealth Fund is going to put money into a regional project to build Bitcoin mining and AI infrastructure across Brics. The goal is to use Bitcoin to settle all global trade. For the second time, this is a huge chance event. One thing we know for sure is that elections have a big effect on the stock market and crypto in particular. Interestingly, Brad Garnenhouse, CEO of Ripple, said in this interview that we will have a reset no matter who wins the next election. That word again, we're going to start over. We will start over no matter what happens in the next election. I think there are a lot of different opinions on how big that reset should be. As you can see, Trump spoke out early and strongly in favor of crypto and called himself the crypto president. There have been more layers between Kamala and Team Harris. However, I also believe that Kamala Harris is from Silicon Valley. Over the years, I think she's been mostly in favor of technology. It's not like she's said much about it. I believe that there will be a reset though, no matter what. Things are going to get better, and I'm really looking forward to that. From my point of view, we could be only 7 days away from a generational run or the start of one. The Brics developments will, of course, help XRP skyrocket in value, but do your own research first. Come hang out and learn more. The video will play again